Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 16th to the 22nd. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. But before we do, A, happy birthday, late degree Aquarians, and B, this. This is what is out. It's already bonkers, right? This is going to be a week. This is the week. This is the week where everything changes. It's a game-changing week. It's your paradigm shifting, your entire reality, all of that. Okay, because we got the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, 0 degrees Aries. Some would say this is the one of the biggest events of the decade. It's up there. Okay, it's up there. This is huge. This is major. Some would actually say of the century, and you're already feeling it. You're already feeling it. I'll explain why. But look at what's happening. Yeah, the very first eclipse of the year in our sign. If you're new to my channel, I'm an Aquarius. This is going to be a big deal. All right. And this is also a reset. Yeah. We'll talk about it. But let's do the math. We have two back-to-back resets in 1 week. And there's more. We'll talk about them. This is when I say everything changes from this point forward, prepare, okay? And I don't think that you're going to have a problem. It's eclipse in your sign, but, Aquarius, listen, you're all about the future. And I want you to see these resets as, more like seeds being planted, okay? Consider this your call to action in several areas, not just one, but several areas of your life are going to change dramatically. This is a big deal, all right? And so these seeds, they are going to grow and you're going to thrive and you're going to prosper as you move into the future, into the 21st century. And therein lies the point. It's all about moving forward into this brand new world. You cannot moonwalk back into the past. These aspects, especially the eclipse, and the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, I mean, they're saying you have no choice but to move forward, okay? FAFO. This is the point of no return. And it is the Great Reset. It's the Great Awakening, the Great Collapse, Shift, all of that, okay? Your brand new era. And to be fair, this is what you wanted. This is what everybody wanted. The new timeline, ascension, the universe is conscious, and it bringeth, okay? And Monday, I think you're really going to love this. Monday, February 16th, Mercury in Pisces will trine Jupiter in Cancer, sponsored by Jupiter in Cancer, because Jupiter is in the stronger position here. He's not only, Pisces ruler, he's exalted, but at his degree of exaltation at 15 degrees, meaning he's at his highest frequency in his exaltation. This is the highest you can go. So you are going to bask in all his glory. This is truly auspicious for expansion and good fortune and luck. And it is the epitome of like literal manifesting. It is, I mean, Mercury in Pisces, Jupiter in Cancer. Come on. This is just very spiritual. But yeah, so you might, receive really good news around this time, or messages or signs, right? A lot of what you experience will be inward for a lot of y'all, okay? Because Jupiter is retrograde, so there is a lot of focus on emotional growth and spiritual growth, and how can I be, how can I be more nurturing? How can I feel more nurtured, or, become wiser, forgive and forget, help heal others? It's an aspect that's very like selfless and compassionate, karmic. Your faith could be really locked in around this time, as in you will have something to believe in, okay? Now, you've got Jupiter in Cancer in your 6th, Mercury in Pisces in your 2nd. So for a lot of y'all, it's going to be work. There's something you're going to hear about work and money, because Pisces rules your 2nd house of income, salary, it's your earning potential. It's finances. It's also material possessions. You could be getting something around this time. The ice cooler that has a photo of Snoopy on it. Whatever you want. Jupiter in Cancer, that is your 6th house. It's everyday activities, your routines, health matters. You could, receive like great news about health. You could decide to do something here where you're contributing to, a cause, because the 6th house is all about service to others. There may be something here about the service industry for y'all as well. And pets. Yeah, 6th house rules pets, as well as, honestly, like work may be the biggest thing. Okay, so there may be something here. All right, projects, assignments, and home and family for sure. Okay, so what a great day. Be inspired. Make someone else's day as well. That's this aspect. It's that small act of kindness goes a long way. All right, compliment someone. If you're standing in line at Marshall's, send a text message from your BlackBerry. Listen, it is going to be if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising sign or your moon, or for your husband, or for your goldfish, it's going to be the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, that feel this aspect the most. And if you know your natal chart, if you have any planets 13 to 17 degrees in any of those signs, well, they will be aspected. You would feel it the most. The other thing is, I do feel that there really may be something happening in your like work environment. Okay. Anyway, Tuesday, February 17th, we do have the new moon, ring of fire, annular solar eclipse in Aquarius at 29 degrees. It's a big one. It's going to happen very early, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's my time, New York City time, if you want to convert that, wherever you are in the world. But this is big. This is big. Okay? You saw your February forecast? Yeah, you know that's a big one. It's at 29 degrees. It's like 28, 49, or it's 29 degrees, which is like the graduation. It's like the culmination point. It's strong. It's potent. And it's happening on the very last day of Aquarius season. And it's a new moon solar eclipse. True ending, true beginning, right here, right now. It's happening in your sign. It's all about you. It's all about you, your identity, your, personality, your soul, everything that you want. Life purpose, everything. This is in your sign. Okay, Aquarius, this is a big deal. And, you're going to have a lot of activity here that is, revolves around networking. You're likely going to do some networking here. You, as well as like, maybe like your community, there could be something where you're involved. Remember, Aquarius is the humanitarian. It is humanity. There could be something here with your audience, maybe just you contributing to the collective, the greater good. But from this point forward, there is this new storyline, okay, that's going to roll out for about 18 months, up to 2 years. Obviously, you're going to feel the impact of this eclipse this month, this day, the 2 days after, or 2 weeks after, the rest of February. And also the summer, remember, the North Node will be moving into your sign. So yeah, there's got to be a lot that happens around there. You're going to be a whole new you. But here's the thing about Aquarius eclipses. They are in a league of their own. Yeah. They should have their own parking space, because sure, eclipses are wild cards. They bring sudden, unexpected change, but Aquarius energy is revolutionary and rebellious, and it's breaking free. So there is this faded acceleration of change with this eclipse that you can expect. And when I say change, I'm talking about radical change. That is that Aquarius energy. Just think, James Dean is a classic Aquarius, right? Just the rebel and does his own thing. But here's the thing. There's many reasons why. And it's not only because of this eclipse. You just had Saturn, your traditional ruler, just moved into Aries, sitting there at 0 degrees, which is potent. There's a huge new beginning that's happening for you. Yeah, it's pure potential. But this eclipse is also square Uranus, Aquarius's modern ruler, the planet of change, which just went direct. The planet that was discovered in 1781 in the era of revolution. Therefore, there may be some changes here, okay? Some disruptions, a bit of a shakeup, wake up call. Remember, Uranus is like lightning. Uranus is a sky god, lightning bolt. But Uranus is in Taurus right now. So that is your 4th house of home and family. There may be something within the home space. Yeah. You may have this urge to move. There may be something sudden that happens, but that's the thing. It's real estate as well. If you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, things like that, you could actually become a realtor. Here's the thing. Taurus is also, finances. So there may be something here with finances as well. Just know it is at a late degree. It is potent. This is the end of the old you and the beginning of the new you. Yeah? Like the very beginning. This is a whole new you. And remember, with eclipses, this is why I want you to, okay. So with eclipses, you don't really set intentions, right? Because they're eclipses, they do their own thing. It's not like a new moon. And eclipses, and that's kind of like that Aquarius energy anyway, right? And Uranus. Eclipses are so unpredictable. They do their own thing. They're fated. They put you on the path that you need to be on. So, in a way, this square to Uranus is a bit of a blessing in disguise, because what it does, it gives you this, level of power to be the change. Yep. And that's what Uranus wants. And so it is a little bit of, there's electricity definitely in the air, but this is your time to shake things up. Yeah. Uranus just wants you to be your authentic self. Uranus is your ruler. You really get it. It's very, forward thinking, innovative. It's all about your breakthroughs. Okay. And remember, Uranus is also freedom. And so just keep that in mind. Uranus is progressive. Again, your personal evolution could be really accelerated at this time. And I do want you to think of it as an upgrade. Okay. Like Aquarius 2.0, like we're talking Friendster to MySpace. Whatever happens, just remember, eclipses carve the timeline that you're meant to be on. All right. And they also say you cannot go back to who you were. And you've already been going through so many changes, Aquarius. You see, like, just through your birthday season, there's been so much that's been happening. You had all those conjunctions. And then even just the past few months when Pluto's has been very active. And so you have been seeing change. And that's the thing. Like, Pluto is in your sign. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth and your evolution and the sign of evolution. Like, you are, and remember, that's a 19-year process. And Pluto, you will feel a lot more of this Plutonian energy when we get to the summer. Okay. But if you do want to think about what happened for you, the last time we had a new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius, it was February 15th, 2018. All right. And that was about the same degree. So think about what happened. Give it 6 months after that date. What were the big changes that you're going through? All right. I moved. Yeah. Remember, Uranus was still in Taurus. But listen, that's the thing is, like, sure, that happened, but we didn't have Pluto in Aquarius at that time. We didn't have it was a very different sky chart. So this is more about you and the changes that you were making and the breakthroughs that you needed to have for yourself. And it will be the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and you. And I'm throwing in all the other fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, that will feel this eclipse the most. If you have any planets 26 to 0 degrees in any of those signs, especially the fixed signs, you're really going to feel this eclipse. Okay. And this is the official day of the year of the fire horse. I talked about that, I think like a month or two ago, but I'm going to do another live stream, like my current energies live stream. I'll do it closer to when we get to the eclipse. So you can watch that. I'm going to talk more about that and a couple other things here, including the eclipse, because there's just too much, right? Because you see on the same day, Venus will conjunct the North Node in Pisces, 8 degrees. And so, as I said in your February forecast, um, eclipses have an element of karma, right? This is your karmic journey. They're fated, as do the nodes of fate, as does Saturn, your modern ruler, Saturn, who rules karma, who's now in Aries. So you've got this convergence of these events that are really spelling out this destined path for you. And Venus is exalted in Pisces. That is amazing and super spiritual and harmonic. So this is the North Node. There's something here that's just going to click. There's something that's going to feel destined, especially when it comes to love and relationships. Maybe a whole new creative path, or a creative project. Even like your values. There may be some activity with like the things that you value. Again, material possessions, but also money. Right? Money, finances, your salary. I mean, it is your second house that Pisces rules. So it's very interesting, right? You've got this eclipse in your sign that is going to square Uranus. That's in Taurus that rules finances. You've got this aspect happening in Pisces in your second house of finances, because that's Taurus's home. So you got a little overlap here. You got some money stuff, all right? And it's this this aspect is very, right place, right time. It could be someone you meet, love, relationships. It could be an epiphany that you have, a DM that you receive. It's just very cosmic and divine. It's that wink from the universe. So this is amazing. Be present around this time. You're going to feel this, as well as, Saturn and Neptune, as well as the eclipse, like even beginning Monday. Like, you're going to start feeling these energies. They are so strong, and it will be the water signs that will feel this the most. Venus and the North Node in Pisces. And if you have any planets 6 to 10 degrees in any of the water signs, right, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, in your natal chart, pay attention. This is money. Venus, planet of money, in your second house of money. Like, Wednesday, February 18th, we officially move into Pisces season. So Pisces, by the way, is a two fish, right? One going upstream to the spiritual, one downstream to the material. So sure, there is that, duality, but there's also this high level of enlightenment in your world, in your physical world. But you have to see the big picture on this day, because you're going to have Mercury, Venus, the North Node, and the Moon all in Pisces, joining the sun this day. That is a lot of dreamer energy, but it's a lot of emphasis on your second house of money and income and finances. And even, like, again, your self-worth, self-value, like things that you value. Like I said, like earlier, it's more about, like, I'm like, I know that I'm worth, this much. I'm, raising my rates, my salary, things like that. Yeah. So this is kind of a big day. It's kind of a big week. And with Pisces energy being very, intuitive, you're going to have a gut feeling. All right. You're going to have this knowing that something feels a little bit off. And that's because Saturn and Neptune are no longer here in Pisces. Okay? Saturn has been here for about 2.5 years, Neptune 14 years. And they are out of your second house of money and finances. All right? So, it's kind of like when your kids go off to college. Yeah? The house is quiet. You knew this moment would come, but you didn't know what it would feel like because you never experienced it. That's Saturn, Neptune that you're about to, feel. But that's also life, right? Change is the only constant in this world. But sometimes we want to delay it. Sometimes we want to control it. Sometimes we want to, fight it until we realize change is a force of its own, like time and space and Aquarians. So this day you will have to decide, am I going upstream or am I going downstream? or will I accept the duality? And that's why this day, when you've got 5 heavenly bodies in Pisces, it is so important. Okay? This is another beginning for you as you move into Pisces season. All right? And it's all about you. Listen, you don't sit around and wait for your kids to come. They're off. They're off to college, right? You start the next stage in your life, okay? Inspired by your dreams, especially with the Pisces moon, which carries really strong undercurrents, okay, of like strong emotions and even intuition, yeah, sixth sense, pineal gland, and that's what's happening here. All right, this is almost like a mini awakening, and this is happening. It's flanked by 2 resets, so you will feel the force of your brand new era. And Pisces, the last zodiac, represents endings. And you know, we just entered the age of Aquarius. We're in the age of ascension. So this would be a really good time to start envisioning and planning your quest. Yeah, your spiritual quest. Pisces energy is so spiritual. It's boundless and inspiring and artistic and empathetic and creative and forgiving. And so that's for the next 4 weeks. Yeah, sure, you're going to have a lot of emphasis on that, like relationships, money, your relationship to money, finances, etc., self-worth, self-value. A lot of emphasis here. But also, you just may feel really compelled in directions that feel right to you, okay? Maybe groups you feel, mystically connected to, or you find yourself awakening to your true calling or finding ways to heal through your work or art. But you're definitely going to be seeking greater emotional connection, and you will be making changes, and you're going to see a lot of changes happen. And you actually, on this day, might feel a little bit of fire in your belly, because the moon will eventually move into Aries. And therefore, we will have a triple conjunction with Saturn, Neptune, and the moon in Aries, which is the bridge to Thursday, February 20th, Saturn conjunct Neptune, 0 degrees, Aries, perfected. Okay, remember, you're already feeling it. This is the day that, the planet's perfect. It's the peak. So I want you to think about last summer, okay? I want you to think about July, August, particularly like mid-end July, when we had that little preview when Saturn was conjuncting Neptune and Aries around that time, just for a little bit. And they got really close. They were like 13 minutes apart. What new dreams and aspirations did you have that felt real? Yeah. Where did you feel a surge of confidence, especially in leadership and new business or projects, but also like communication? Aries rules your 3rd house. Yeah. Writing projects, creative writing, or even branding yourself, PR, marketing, advertising. 3rd house has a really strong focus on your local community, so you could have been more involved. It represents your siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and neighbors. With Uranus and Taurus in your 4th, you could have a lot of stuff happen, with neighbors. But it's the 3rd house. What I really love about the 3rd house, it's just so inspiring. It's creative energy, but it's also you being very curious about new things. Yeah. And with Neptune there, I mean, writing is like a big thing. Like a good example of like Neptune and Aries in your 3rd would be like writing a fantasy novel, right? Neptune being fantasy. So it's so much. I mean, the sky's the limit with this 3rd house, but there could have been even traveling, but just travel was a thing, but also just connecting with others. It's very, 3rd house is social. But anyway, back then, over the summer, what were you willing to fight for? No? You're going to start feeling that again. Not only on this day, but from this point forward. I'm going to talk more about Saturn conjunct Neptune and Aries in that upcoming live stream. There's a lot to it. Okay? Mm. Because you have to, there's just so much to it. But listen, I did the Saturn-Neptune video. I'll leave it at the end of this video. What you can expect for the next 2 years for you, Aquarius. There's everything you need to know. How these planets have only conjuncted in Aries 6 times in recorded history. I mean, this is so rare, but 0 degrees, never. I mean, it's a 6-hour video. There's a good chunk of, what you can expect for you, Aquarius. I'll leave it at in this video, but here's the thing. This is the reason why you're seeing those dramatic headlines and thumbnails, the old world collapsing, the earth splitting, 5D, 6D, all of that. It's because of this. This is a testament to this big, generational aspect, but once in a lifetime as well. And these 2 planets, these outer planets, when they conjunct, they indicate the end of an era and the rise of a new narrative, a new reality for the next 36 years. Yeah? Remember, everything is cyclical. But again, what makes this once a lifetime is that humanity never experienced this conjunction at 0 degrees Aries. That is the world axis. It is the great reset. It's the very first degree in the very first sign. Astrology wouldn't even exist without what's happening here. And this rules your identity. That's that Aries energy, courage, action. And again, especially in everything that I just discussed as part of your 3rd house, there could be some agreements too, like, signing things. But Saturn is yours. So you're going to go through changes. You're going to put in the work, all right? To have more of a leadership role, whether it is starting your own company, whether it's, getting promoted, whatever it is, communication is going to be really strong. And it just blends really well with you being an air sign, and the 3rd house being Gemini's home, and Saturn-Neptune in Aries fire sign. It's just like, you're going to feel things, like I said, accelerate. There's going to be some emphasis here. And you definitely will put in the effort to stabilize your path forward. And that's a key word, stabilize, because Saturn, again, is structure and boundaries and discipline and hard work and reality. But Neptune is very spiritual, and it's your dreams and ideals. These 2 planets are so different. And so there is this level of commitment required of you for Saturn to turn your dreams into reality. Neptune requires compassion and faith to make your reality transcendent. This is real alchemy. It's up to you to make it all work, to trust in the unknown. Again, nobody's experienced this. Same thing with the eclipse. Yeah? Same thing with the eclipse. So you got to trust your intuition to be that spiritual warrior, to be that visionary leader, the, compassionate hero, the role model, all of that, okay? Otherwise, everything will or can, dissolve. That's Neptune, okay? Or collapse. That's Saturn. So think of Saturn as your blueprint, and Neptune is your vision. You're the architect, Aquarius. You create your reality. You're going to have to discern what's real and what's fantasy. Am I chasing a dream, or am I creating one that's built to last? Saturn and Neptune will let you know, because this is the great awakening. And again, it's sure having this day, it's a process. It's non-negotiable. Out with the old, in with the new. You're having the shift that you deserve, this brand new you in your brand new world. And it will be the cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and I'm throwing in Aquarius. That will feel this the most. If you have any planets 0 to 3 degrees, oh yeah, in your natal chart, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. I'll even go up to 4 degrees here. Yeah. And yes, even your sign. You've got Pluto in your sign at 4 degrees, 4 degrees. It's going to be all year. So, yeah, you're going to feel this. And it's good. It's like, remember, it's a sextile with Saturn and Neptune. And with this week, these back-to-back resets, all 400 of them, again, think of them as seeds. Yeah, they're going to germinate. They're going to grow all year as long as you be the change, as long as you believe in yourself and you put in the work that Saturn requires. Yeah. Remember, he's karma. You'll be rewarded. All right, so Aquarius, let's get started. Let's see what is going on for you. What just happened here? Let's see what's going on for you with my computer. Can you see me? Oh gosh, is this a thing? Anyway, yeah. Okay, great. Wait. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you. All right. For February 16th to the 22nd, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Aquarius. Big ol' eclipse. But again, remember the conjunctions were also, seeding points too that happen in your sign. Like you are going to see a lot change. And the other thing that I should have said, I'll tell you now. Eclipses come in pairs. Yeah. So we have an eclipse in your sign. And then 2 weeks later, we have an eclipse, a lunar eclipse, a total lunar eclipse in Virgo. So we'll talk about that in March. And Virgo rules your 8th house, which is transformation, death, and rebirth. But also money and relationships. I do a traditional cultic cross spread and offers the best overview. If we need a full clarifiers, we will. Aquarius, y'all are amazing. Yeah, you almost got me there. I'm gonna say the yeah. You're good. You're absolutely good. This is the easiest. Like, come on, you got the Ace of Wands. That fire in your belly, you're feeling it. Wands are the spirit of fire. It's a hand of spirit offering you this new path, this new opportunity. What is happening this week? Oh yeah, an eclipse in your sign. You are good. You're good. You're great. You're legendary. You're moving forward. There's a new path opening up for you. Take it. Remember, all these little seeds being planted for you this week, and I've already been. You see the leaves sprouting from this wand. Wands are your passions. They're, again, just a lot of creative energy with wands too. Highly associated with work and career and profession, but these are wands. Yeah, they're a force. They're so invigorating. And Ace is this new path, this new opportunity. You're moving forward. You're good. There's likely an offer coming through, or you're starting something and moving into this new path. And I feel like you already know it. I mean, after everything that you have experienced, it's like when you know. You got the Page of Swords and the Heart of your spread, and so this is indicating, the brink of something brand new that's happening for you. Okay, it's almost like you move onto this new path, maybe one that you've never been on before. It's very exciting, but everything shifts, right? You're absorbing new things, you're learning new things. You have to, be in a different headspace. That's the Page of Swords right there, who has a lot of enthusiasm and the best man bun out of all the pages, out of anyone in tarot. But remember what I said, Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries, your 3rd house of communication, of writing, of, the 3rd house is the mind. Swords are the mental suit. So there you go. There's going to be a lot of movement here. And again, excitement. Like he can't wait to get going. He wants to learn how to, swing that sword, use that sword, and he's ready to grow. He's like a sponge. He absorbs, and really great energy here. They're really also, you being a communicator in some capacity on that path, it's really nice. King of Cups in your challenge area. 2 things. One, you see that is the only cups card you got, right? And it's in your challenge area. So the main thing here, Yeah, bring some heart into things. I'm not saying that you're not, but the best thing to do here is just don't bottle things up. Yep. Don't bottle up emotions. Now, secondly, yes, there's very likely someone that, you know, can be an authority, can be someone who is emotionally manipulative, someone that's heartless, can be someone that that could be in your way. Yeah. And maybe, maybe they're not feeling it, like this new path. Maybe they're, could even be a little bit of jealousy, right? So just bear that in mind. You're becoming this expert communicator. Saturn, remember the teacher being in your third house of communication, you're going to be fine. You have the 2 wands in your crown. Great. Plan things out, process things, look forward. There's a card of like, yeah, you've already made achievements. You got the world in your hand. You're at the highest point in the castle. And the 2 wands is attributed to Mars and Aries. So another, Aries was your third house. And so you're on the brink of something that's just beginning, right? With the Ace of Wands and the 2 of Wands. So it's a lot of processing the next steps here. Even like just like that blueprint that I was talking about and that your vision. Really great. You got the 8 of Pentacles and the root of your spread. Wonderful. You're ready. You're in it to win it. Like you're not gonna give up. It's all about your legacy. And with the 8 of Pentacles, there is a sense of the same thing as Saturn in Aries, right? We talked about last week. Practice makes perfect. Wax on, wax off. Patience is everything. Like all of that. That's right here. He's diligent. He's patient. He's hyper focused on his path, his legacy, working on his pentacles. So again, career, work, money, wealth, building wealth, all of that. But pentacles being your physical reality, it can be, a relationship. It can be anything that resonates with you. But he's not going to stop. Okay? And this is really great because you have the 4 of Wands. You're really good. Yeah, the 4 of Wands, there is a sense of coming together and stability. There is there's security here, but also this freedom that you're seeking. And this is a card of like milestones. It's a card of like, yeah, we made it. And again, it could be the brink of something new for you where someone else is involved. Okay, you see the 2 people here. A big nod to your 4th house, your domestic sector. Can be marriage, can be your date, going steady, whatever it is, but a lot of work energy as well. All right, with the wands, but this is feeling free, feeling good, and again, it just feels like something's forming in the way that you want. It's a celebration card. And this is also an Aries card. That's so crazy. Okay. So this is attributed to Venus and Aries. So I really love this. Again, all this third house activity. Let's get to your stuff. Aquarius, y'all are amazing. And I can't even believe this. You're really good. Aquarius, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you subscribe. Yeah, all of that. Hype, if you're on your phone. Share all of that. There's so many things now. But leave comments. Team Aquarius, let's talk about this. I don't even, did I lose where is it? There it is. Okay. And the other thing that I was going to say is that, the 8 of Pentacles is attributed to, the Sun of Virgo. It's a Virgo card. And so again, it's a lunar eclipse. There's something that may be ending in the beginning of March for your new beginning. All right. Now, let's see what's going on here. What did I do? What's going on? Why do you have so many? What is going on? That's what. Okay. Oh, you got an X. Oh, wait. No. What? Oh, did I do your future? I did. What is happening? Oh, that was there. It is a day. It is a day. What day is today? I still have Uranus square my Saturn. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. There we go. You know, you're good, but we got to talk about something. You either got that page of wands. You have 2 pages. Pages bring that fresh new energy into and excitement, enthusiasm, and just this eagerness to get something going, right? And so the page of wands, huge imagination, but also that sense of like, I'm going to take this wand, I'm going to turn it into something really big. I know this is going to transform my life. And so I love it. You're feeling it. You're feeling the spirit of these, that fire in your belly with all these wands, you know? Mm-hmm. And then, hello. You have the 9 of Cups. You're really, really good here. And in a sense, the 9 of Cups comes in the form of like this, remember, fated week. There's so many fated events this week. And it's almost like this represents that. The 9 of Cups in your external factors area. This is a card of complete satisfaction, of, you've reaped your rewards. There is a sense of like feeling fulfilled. I mean, it is 9, right? Fulfillment, but also being proud of yourself. And look across your cross. Look at that. You got the 4 of Wands with the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is also the Wish Come True card. A complete enlightenment here, but so much joy. And again, like, you're going to feel very proud of yourself. There's something you're moving into that is like this new you, brand new era. It's very exciting. 6 of Pentacles, really great. Okay. And yeah, there is, he is a humanitarian, right? He's, the young Hierophant before he comes. The Hierophant, they have the same hand gesture. There is a sense of like giving, being selfless, generous, all of that. 6 is all about harmonizing. And that's what you're seeking. There is a sense of whatever you're doing, like I said, through your work, through your art, whatever it is, there is a sense of contributing, okay? Keeping others in mind, that's really great. And if you're seeking support, it's coming. It's right there. You got it. You're good, okay? But Pentacles, this is amazing, okay? So it is, like I said, money may be a big theme. And wealth, but remember your physical world too. But this is more about that high frequency, taking that inspired action. And then you have the 9 of Swords in your final outcome. There's been a couple signs that have gotten the 9 of Swords in their final outcome. So the 9 of Swords, it's almost like, remember what I said earlier, how, and even last week, you can't take everything with you into this new world, right? There's a lot that you're going to have to leave behind because Saturn conjunct Neptune, they're going to shape you into this new you. You have an eclipse in your sign, that is asking you to change and will put you on the path, again, that you need to be on. There's so much here that has to do with change. And this, it feels like not only change, but as you move into this new, make sure that there's resolution to anything that you don't want to bring that energy into this new world, especially up here. Yeah, it is a sword suit. So anything that may be taking up too much headspace, right? Remember, I said don't bottle things up. So keep that in mind. It might have to do with someone else too. All right. So this is a week where this is also saying there could have been something that happened that had a really big impact on you, but you didn't clear the air. Okay. Or it could have the other way around. You could have done something, said something, and now, this card is, like regret. It's shame. It's a lot of different things. Yeah. The 9 of Swords. But you have to have that resolution. You have to clear the air. All right. I'll even clarify that 9 of Swords. And again, it may be someone that says something to you or did something to you, and it just, lingers. Yeah, there you go. We got the Hangman. So, I mean, the Hangman is, well, two things here. Very, as we know, very spiritual. Yeah, this is all about up here, but also, like, it's how you see things, your spiritual beliefs, and even beliefs in yourself. Yeah, self-belief. He's hanging himself upside down to see things in a new way. Why? Because the old ways were no longer working. He needed to. He had no choice. You see a halo around his head. He's glad he did it. Okay? And so there's got to be a new way. All right? And bring that sense of like your intuition into it. Am I doing the right thing? Is this the right thing? But ultimately, at the end of the day, as long as you've done your best, yeah, you've done your best. You are the better person in this situation. You become the best version of yourself. That's enough. And there is that sense of surrender with a Hangman. Like, oh, all of that can be gone, right? So that's great because the Hangman comes right before the Death card. And so he's aware of this big change that's about to happen, and he wants this changed, and you do too. And so this is almost like a cleansing, this spiritual cleansing. And again, this Pisces energy, very spiritual. And so just tap into that energy, yeah, and you're going to be fine. The other thing is, whatever happens here, it brings you to this moment. So again, in your favor, all right? You don't need any, you're good. You're actually really good. I'm very excited for you. Aquarius, thanks so much. Oh, yeah, next week we'll talk about, there's a lot happening. You may already, there's this, Mercury goes retrograde. Yeah, Venus is going to trine Jupiter, which is the luckiest aspect of the month. One of the luckiest aspects of the entire year as well. They're both exalted. So, anyway, we'll talk about that next week. And then tier 3 members, really good and legendary members. We're going to do 2 spreads for the bonus spread. We're going to do one just on the eclipse in your sign, and then one just on the Saturn-Neptune conjunction. So we're going to isolate those. We'll check those out. You know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join Team Aquarius. What is, like, come on. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like and subscribe and leave comments. In Aquarius, I love y'all. I love us. We are the best sign. You know, I mean, let it be heard. You crack me up. Stop it. All right, I'll talk to you next week. All right, bye-bye.